Hey guys.
Alright folks, we're here to check out the latest from Angus McSix. 666. It's not the number of the beast.
No, it's the number order.
Is that the pin code for the McDonald's order?
Yeah, it's his number order when he orders on the machine, and then you look at the screen. That's an order.
666. All right.
I wonder what he got.
Some nuggets. He looks like the nugget kind of guy.
Yeah. Angus McNuggets.
Yeah, he looks like the nugget kind of guy.
I still, no matter how many times we see it or whatever, I just can't get over the name of the band, man. It's just too funny to me.
It is kind of funny. I get it where they went with it.
It could have just been Angus.
I honestly think that would probably been a better.
It would have been 10 times better. 10 times better.
Or Angus X.
No, just Angus.
Okay, just Angus. Anyhow, it wasn't to be had, so this is what we got. So, are you ready to check this out?
Yeah.
I think he's in Dundee. Braun Strowman woke up. Actually, it looks like Infidel Amsterdam. I wonder if they hired him for the video. Dude, he actually looks like Infidel Amsterdam. I wonder if it's him. I gotta send him a message. Anyways, it was nice also to see Foxy Cleopatra on the video.
Yeah, and all the other cheesy shit that was in this video.
Yeah,
Like
this video had a massive amount of cheese.
Like,
Even for an Angus McSix video, this video went way over the allotment of cheese allowed.
The fake muscle suits, dude.
Well, you know, when you don't hit the gym,
I don't know, but like, was it needed? Like, did he have to be muscly and shit? Like,
the org?
Both. Well, no, the orc is fine. Whatever. He's an orc. It's cheesy in its own right. But he was wearing like a muscle suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, does he really need to?
No, because he's Angus McSix.
Yeah, but like he was.
I know, but that was not only the whole thing was cheesy. Like that's what you were picking on.
No, but I'm saying like, dude, how do you have like? You're obviously not gonna have that build if you're ordering stuff at the McSix, but come on, or else I would be ripped.
Let me ask you something. You know what 6.9 is?
6.9.
Yeah,
what
it's a great thing ruined by a period.
Okay.
Since we were talking about sixes, I thought it was a good time to throw that joke in there. Did you get it?
I got it.
Oh, okay,
I got it.
Just double checking. All right, so what do you think about the song? We know the video is cheesy and whatever, but
it's really cheesy. But the song was also pretty cheesy. Funny enough, but it's an Angus McSix song. It's fun to dance to. It's light calories in its own way, but it's. I must say there were some things that I really enjoyed, which were those high notes, like those epically high notes that even you were kind of like.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. But I feel like, and they're not alone in what I'm gonna say now. They're not the only band that falls into that category, at least for me.
What?
Of being like they're the metal equivalent of Monster Energy drink.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say.
It like gives you a boost of energy, but then it fizzles out.
It fizzles out.
It's not.
That's why I said light calories.
Yeah, it's not something that's extremely memorable. That's gonna be talked about through times and times.
I'm not gonna remember the song tomorrow, even though the chorus is like catchy with the six.
How can you not remember the chorus?
You
gotta say 4 times.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying? Like they're not
like calories.
They're not the only band that falls under that Monster Energy drink. You know?
They're not.
Which not to be confused with Monster Energy Metal. That's like Five Finger Death Punch and those kind of bands. That's Monster Energy Metal.
Yeah.
That's different. This is like the equivalent of the drink itself.
5 flavored fruit punch.
Yeah, but I consider them like, energy drink metal. Because when I think of the fans of that band, I think of like
guys who drink
trucker
Monster.
hats and.
But I drink Monster too. But I don't wear.
So do I
hats.
actually, but not anymore. I used to. But anyhow, it's like I said, they're not the only band that falls under this category. So it's like it's a cool song to listen to. It does what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have a long shelf life.
Exactly. It doesn't. Because there's nothing, like, I can't really think, other than, like...
There's nothing super memorable about it.
Yeah, and there's this, like, I know it's trying to say, like, tell, like, a story, but, like, the video is cheesy, the story itself is cheesy, like, it's not, like, cheesy in a good way, too. It's just cheesy, right? I was gonna mention something else, but I don't think maybe I should.
What are you gonna mention? No, I'm curious.
No, well, I'll tell you after.
Oh, now they're gonna be curious.
No, but I don't know if I don't know if I'm attacking.
No, just speak your piece.
Speak my piece. Okay. Fuck. I was gonna say Grail Knights.
I thought about them actually when this song was playing, but I thought about them in a way that I think they should do a collaboration with them.
No, because Grail Knights, I haven't heard that song in so long, but still Pumping Iron Power is within my it's within my blood.
That's their claim to fame, though.
Yeah, they haven't done much since.
Or before.
Or before.
You know what I mean? Is their claim to fame. But I think they should do a collaboration together.
No, fuck. Now I can't even remember the name of the band because Grail Knights is now all in my brain. Fucking, Unicorn Invasion of Dundee.
Glory Hammer?
Glory Hammer. Glory Hammer.
What the fuck does Glory Hammer have to do with... I mean, I know there's the...
There's a correlation.
There's
That's
a
why I wasn't
correlation.
going to say anything. But what I will say is those guys, they make cheesy music. But not only is it memorable, but it gets you in there. Like, it's cheesy, but you're enthralled. Like, there's a story to be told. Like, especially in the newer stuff, there's a story to be told, and you're enthralled within it. Like, you're...
I mean, the story's always been there. They've always been a band that...
They've always been a band that do it.
And then
but
have
even,
the story
but even with him no longer there... And then
they've continued.
They've continued with that path, and it's one of those bands that doesn't fall into that that Monster Energy category. Some of their songs do.
Because you can even throw... I'm sorry to say this, but you can even throw Powerwolf into that. Because some of the more recent Powerwolf stuff...
Some of the more recent Powerwolf
stuff... It's like Powerwolf trying to be Sabaton. It's like... You know what I mean? Like, it's...
But then you can also throw Sabaton's newer stuff in there, too.
But it doesn't go down. But Powerwolf is knocking at the door. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I wouldn't put Powerwolf in there. To be honest with you, I wouldn't.
I'm not putting them in there. I'm saying they're on the cusp.
I would hold them with Sabaton on the cusp.
They're on the cusp.
Them and Sabaton are on the cusp, right? And I'd also say that Glory Hammer is there too because they have some cheesy songs that feel like light calories, but some of their songs, most of their songs.
But I think the thing, but let me fix this video right now. Mm-hmm. Sabaton and Powerwolf, they're at the cusp, not because the stuff is cheesy necessarily, it's because I just feel like there's been a drop in quality.
Yeah.
It's different. Glory Hammer and even these guys, it's not like they've dropped quality from one record to one single to whatever. They've always been what they are is what they are. It's not like they're different from what they were, but they've always been cheesy. But it's just that here they took the cheese all the way to 11.
But I'm saying I feel like his
new stuff
is not, in my opinion,
it's almost a parody of itself.
It's almost a parody of itself, yes, and it doesn't hold a candle to the Glory Hammer stuff. Because
I think
especially the new Glory Hammer stuff.
So let me just say this. I think the reason for that is because Glory Hammer has the lore in the story of all the records that they've built up that storyline.
But he can make his own lore and story.
I know, but it's easier for you to come into a band that already has established themselves and have like a certain story and a certain lore versus a band that's just start. Having said that, I'm with you. These, like I said, I just said it. They turned the knob all the way to 11.
Knob all the way up, yeah.
Because Glory Hammer is a 10 when it comes to cheese.
Technically, he doesn't have to piggyback off of that because everyone already knows who he is. So if he started his own thing and made his own story and did his own thing, people already know who he is. So they're getting into it knowing exactly vocally where they're going to get and probably musically what they're going to get, right? But you're telling a different story, doing a different...
I honestly, I wasn't a huge fan of the McSix album when it came out. But what I'm saying to you is, my issue with the band, with McSix, is not the vocals or the sound or the production. It's just that when you put this sound with those lyrics, and then you throw the video into the mix. Yeah. Then it's just like it becomes a parody. It feels like I'm watching a parody.
It feels like I'm watching
Nanowar. Not even a really funny parody.
It feels like I'm watching Nanowar of Steel, but it's not as funny.
Exactly. It's like
and it's not trying to be a parody. That's like my thing. Is like this is not trying to be.
I know.
Funny
so it's like you're watching a parody of Norseman that's not trying to be a parody.
Yeah, it's like it's funny bad. It's bad, but it's funny.
No, it's funny because it's bad.
It's funny because it's bad. Yeah.
It's not funny bad.
No. It's bad funny.
Not to be confused with Bad Bunny. But, and once again, there's nothing wrong with the sound. There's nothing wrong with the production. There's nothing wrong with the vocal performance. But when you put all of these things together and then you throw those lyrics in there...
It's a dime a dozen.
Like I said, it's just, I don't know. I enjoy listening to it.
But that's why I brought up Glory. Yeah, it's good in the moment. But it's not like I'm
gonna... But it's not memorable.
It's not memorable. That's why I brought up...
I could sit here and tell you 10 bands signed to Napalm Records that feel the same. Like Dominum, one of them, about like zombies
Yeah.
and whatever. Then you have Victorious. The list goes. I mean, I don't want to. I'm not throwing anybody under the bus here, but the list goes on and on. And when you listen to these bands, they're all very similar in the sound. Like there's really, it's you have to like, you know,
I have the sword
rummage
and I
through.
am the greatest.
You know, and it's like you always say, you
Like,
can't see the forest from the trees. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see the forest from the trees because everything just kind of sounds, feels, looks the same and super cheesy.
Yeah.
But it's just it's fun to listen to. It's appealing in terms of if I go to a show, am I gonna have a good time?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a great time. But it's not like music that speaks to my soul. That's memorable.
It's also not music
That's all.
that
It just feels
that,
like
brings me on a journey or whatever. Like if I can, it's okay if it's cheesy, but if it brings me on a journey, I can look over the cheese. That's what Glory Hammer has been doing, right? I feel like the older stuff was a lot more cheesier compared to the newer stuff. I don't know if you feel the same way, but it was cheesy, but the story allowed
a lot more cheesy.
a lot more cheesier.
A lot more
And I felt like the story allowed it to be memorable because you had that story.
Yeah, because
and
you're
had,
going
you had
into
a
the
good
lore.
mixture of cheese and lore, right? But their newer stuff, less cheese, a lot more lore. I'm enjoying it a lot more. I'm loving the lore and loving the music and loving everything about it. And you have bands like Windrose. And
Windrose does it really well.
Windrose does it really well.
Especially when it comes to having like a gimmick.
Having a gimmick and playing off that gimmick.
But doing like with a lot of quality,
You know?
like because Windrose does it in a way that the songs become very cinematic. It's almost like you're listening to a movie score.
Yeah,
That makes it more
not going-
memorable.
and maybe a band that doesn't go off lore, but
Well, a band that doesn't
go off lore, but you listen to the song and it creates something. Majestica, stuff like that.
I was gonna say Ordinogan because
Ordinogan.
is in this band. He plays guitar and he's the producer.
Ordinogan
is a band that has that power metal
But
sound.
they also have lore.
They have the lore behind it, but they do it in a way where the albums are a little bit more crafted.
Mm-hmm.
Like
That's why I said Majestica. And even though we have them on the cusp, Powerwolf and Sabaton, they have
their own lore.
They have their own lore. They
if
have
you
their own
will.
gimmick, and that even though the drop in quality, it's still. It's still.
They're still in their own
They
camps.
still have their own camps. They have their earworm songs here and there. Now they're dropped in quality, yes, but I feel like if they get their step back up, they're back up to where they used to be. This has always been this. So,
The problem with this is that there's a ceiling, and the ceiling is really low.
and they're at the ceiling.
Like
And the floor is also very close to
there's no room.
It's a sandwich.
Yeah,
It's a
there's no
sandwich.
room for you to really go anywhere. Like
You can't really go down because going down means you have to fuck up everything, like musically, vocally, whatever. But you can't go up because this is up. This is as far as you can
that's
go.
the ceiling.
That's the ceiling.
That's the ceiling. I agree.
Like, you gotta break through the floor to go low.
Yeah. And once again, it's fun. I enjoy listening to it, but it doesn't bring all the boys to the yard. At least not for me. Like, I've gotten to a point where I enjoy listening to these songs. I have a good time listening to them, but it's not something that I can consistently go back to.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, even I'm at that point with Ailstorm as well, where I like Ailstorm
Which is funny
songs.
because some of the guys in Ailstorm, Glory Hammer.
That
camp is within its own. You know?
They're their own
WhatsApp.
Shout out to WhatsApp. So, anyways, the point being is even with Ailstorm, which it's cheese because it's cheese is the comedy, is the parody, and they have their own thing. All right, but I'm at the point where I used to really enjoy listening to their music, like on my own time, and now I can't. I can't. If it comes on, I'm not gonna turn it off. And if they're playing in town, I'm gonna go because the show is gonna be a lot of fun. But for the life of me, don't ask me to listen to Keel Hall one more time on my playlist.
Funny enough, when they do come on, I do actually skip them because I'm not really. Sometimes I won't, but I'm not in the mood.
There's maybe one or two that consistently I won't skip.
Yeah.
But most of them I will give it a skip because
like
watching
Pirates ate my the Zombies ate my pirate ship. I won't skip.
No, I won't skip that one.
I won't skip that one, and maybe that's the only one because even when Mexico comes on or Fucked with an Anchor and so these songs, maybe if my friends are in the car and it comes on
and you let it roll,
and I'll let it go because everyone's having fun, whatever. Like that's good music to listen to with multiple people. But by myself when I'm on my way to work,
party music.
Yeah, like dude, I switch it off.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now with this with these kind of bands. It doesn't mean that I can't enjoy the music and see the quality that it's in there, the playing, the vocals, all of that. But the ceiling is so low and it's so close to the floor.
It's the
There's
same,
really
like I
nowhere
said.
for you to go. You're kind of stuck in there.
Stuck, yeah, you've made your own prison there.
Yeah, you kind of painted yourself into a corner, right? So for me, like I said, if the band comes to town, fuck, I'm there. I've never missed a Glory Hammer or Ailstorm show or any bands that fall under this category. I've never missed
Like
them
I
when they
said,
come to
it's good
Toronto.
music to listen to with a lot of people.
Oh,
and
and live there's a huge party atmosphere, is a great vibe. Don't get me wrong, love it. But for me to listen it on my own time, unless I'm reviewing an album, it just doesn't resonate with me. It just doesn't resonate. That's just me. Maybe you guys feel differently about it, but
No, I think maybe it's just us.
I don't know, man. When it comes to this genre, the list of bands that I can listen to on a regular basis
Is very small.
Is very small.
It's very small.
Is very small. Like it used
If
to be
any- if
really
anything-
big. Used to be really big, and now it's like
Yeah, now
really
it's really
narrow.
small.
Like it's really
Like,
narrow now.
even a genre that I don't gravitate towards all the time, thrash metal. I actually probably enjoy a lot more thrash metal bands now than I do power metal.
It's just kind of lost its.
It's lost its touch.
its appeal. Not every band, but
A lot of bands
of them.
A lot of bands have lost their touch. I think they've overstayed their welcome.
I think once they started to add a lot of synthesizers and becoming a little bit more of a symphonic power metal band, the electronic elements have taken away from the actual
metal.
power metal side of the
Yeah.
music, and that's kind of where they lost me. And then when you start adding like lyrics that don't have a lot of substance to them, I don't know.
I have a sword. I'm the greatest. That's pretty much it, man.
Yeah, I still enjoy listening to the Unicorn Invasion of Dundee.
But that actually has like a story behind it and stuff.
So does this one, but it's like
Ah,
6.
6.
Anyways,
6.
enough
They
of
kidnapped
Angus.
me and I didn't have a shirt on. 6.
Okay.
6.
Anyways, it is what it is. All right, folks? Let us know in the comment section what you guys think. We'll see you all at the next one.
See ya.